Hello and welcome to our channel. It's no secret that many famous faces have had a stint in football before making it big in their respective industries. So without further ado, let's dive into our list of the top celebrities who played in the NFL. Terry Crews. Former football player, comedian, and well-known actor Terry Crews. Crews was a defensive end in the NFL for the Los Angeles Rams, San Diego Chargers, and Washington Redskins before breaking to the movie industry. He participated for 6 years, and in 1997, he was selected for the All-Pro team. Between 1991 and 1996, Terry Crews participated in 32 games for 3 NFL teams. He recorded 5 tackles on the stat line, 2 solo and 3 assisted. He graduated from Western Michigan University, where he contributed to their impressive winning record and was drafted. Crews left the NFL in 1997 to pursue his many interests away from the football pitch. The former NFL linebacker is still one of Hollywood's most well-known performers 2 decades later. Jim Brown. One of the most well-known players in NFL history is Jim Brown. He had 9 seasons as a Cleveland Browns player, appearing in 8 Pro Bowls and winning 3 NFL MVP honors. Brown turned to acting after his playing days and made appearances in more than 50 movies. Jim Brown was an excellent craftsman whose main responsibility for the Cleveland Browns was to carry the football. He excelled at it for 9 seasons, surpassing all players before him. He left behind a record book filled with notes from Jim Brown when he quit at the height of his career at the age 30. Brown was not merely an exceptional running back. In addition to throwing 3 touchdown passes, he also grabbed passes and returned kickoffs. He was in a class by himself back then because his total net yards of 15,459 and 12,312 running yards. Jim was selected for the unanimous first-team All-NFL 8 times. In 9 years, he took part in 9 Pro Bowls, and 3 times he was the best running back in the competition. In the 1966 Pro Bowl, he had a 3-touchdown explosion to cap up his career. In 1957, Brown received a unanimous vote for Rookie of the Year. Many media outlets honored him as the NFL's most valuable player that season. He received league MVP recognition 4 times in total. Jim's retirement announcement in the summer of 1966 shocked the sports community. Supporters continue to wonder what heights he would have attained had he spent a few more seasons in the firing line. He never missed a game in 9 years, despite continual pressure from defenses that were constantly stacked against him. Bubba Smith. Another former NFL player who transitioned to acting is Bubba Smith. Throughout his 7-year career, he played for the Houston Oilers, Oakland Raiders, and Baltimore Colts. Smith had appearances in films and television programs, including Police Academy and Married with Children, after he retired from football. For the Colts in the early 1970s, defensive tackle Bubba Smith, who stood 6 feet 7 and weighed 265 pounds, earned 2 Pro Bowls. But he became more well-known for playing Moses Hightower, a former florist turned police officer, in 6 Police Academy films throughout the 1980s. Smith, a native of Texas, was selected first overall in the 1967 NFL Draft and helped the 1970 Colts win a Super Bowl with his remarkable pass-rushing skills. He spent 2 seasons in Oakland, just like a number of upcoming actors of the time, before retiring at the end of the 1976 campaign after a run with the Oilers. Smith, who had an off-the-field reputation as a gentle giant, left professional football after 9 years to pursue a career as an actor. Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. In the Ballers series, Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson portrays a former NFL player, but did he ever compete there? The Rock had the physical characteristics and the drive to excel in whatever effort, whether it was acting or wrestling, to make it to the NFL. Former professional wrestler and actor Dwayne Johnson, better known by his stage name as The Rock, played collegiate football for the University of Miami. He never played in the NFL, although he did for a brief period of time with the Calgary Stampeders in the Canadian Football League, or CFL. While there, The Rock was making a reputation for himself as a member of the storied 1991 Miami Hurricane squad. Dwayne Johnson made an impression on the coaches even as a freshman, with current LSU head coach and defensive coordinator Ed Orgeron predicting that Johnson may be an All-American. But just as things seemed to be going well, he suffered a shoulder injury, which allowed another defensive end to step in and take his position. His responsibilities were assumed by Warren Sapp, a former tight end. Warren Sapp was inducted into the Pro Football Hall of Fame in 2013 after a remarkable college and professional career. Dwayne Johnson's participation in the squad was constrained by the appearance of Sam. Johnson lost his opportunity to play in the NFL as a result, and he was not selected. He was signed as a linebacker by the Calgary Stampeders of the Canadian Football League, but was released after only one game. Only in the TV series Ballers can The Rock claim to have played in the NFL in the past. Carl Weathers. The Rocky movie series is most recognized for Carl Weathers' portrayal of Apollo Creed. Weathers played in the CFL for the BC Lions and the Oakland Raiders prior to turning professional. The roles multiplied, yet a lot of people are unaware that Carl Weathers was a talented football player and that he has also played other sports. Weathers excelled in boxing, football, gymnastics, judo, soccer, and wrestling as a young athlete and received an athletic scholarship at St. Augustine High School, a private institution. Despite not being selected in the 1970 NFL Draft, Weathers joined Oakland as a free agent. He made the team and participated in 7 games for the Raiders, who won the AFC West that season. Weathers was released by Oakland after appearing in just one game in 1971. He subsequently crossed the border to play with the British Columbia Lions of the Canadian Football League, where he appeared in 18 games from 1972 to 1973. Yet his life's work wasn't in football. Acting was my first love, Weathers once remarked to the media. When I was younger, I watched Sidney Poitier's movies. I daydreamed about being an actress while I sat in the theater. His wish was fulfilled. Howie Long. Howie Long was taken by the Oakland Raiders in the second round of the 1981 NFL Draft, 48th overall. Long, a 4-year letter winner at Villanova, won the 1980 Blue-Gray Game MVP award. He was a standout in basketball and track in high school, as well as the Northern Collegiate Boxing Champion. He was an all-around athlete. 1 year after the Raiders won the Super Bowl 15, Long signed with them. The 6'5", 268-pound defensive end assisted the squad in winning the Super Bowl 18, a 38-9 victory against the Washington Redskins, 3 years later in 1983. He finished that game with 5 tackles, capping a season in which he recorded a career-high 13 sacks, including 5 versus the Redskins. He had 58 tackles, 12 sacks, and 9 passes defended the next season, and the NFL Alumni Association awarded him the league's Defensive Lineman of the Year. After the 1983 season, he was chosen for the first of 8 Pro Bowls. He was just the second defensive lineman from the Raiders to make the Pro Bowl. He was quick, strong, and explosive off the ball. He was chosen by his teammates as the Raider Linemen's Club Defensive Lineman of the Year in 1985. Long, a member of the NFL's 1980s All-Decade Squad, collected 84 career sacks over the course of his 13-year career, excluding the 7.5 sacks he recorded in 1981 before the sack became a recognized NFL metric. Ed Too Tall Jones. Former American football player Ed Too Tall Jones played for the Dallas Cowboys in the National Football League. He attended Tennessee State University and played collegiate football. Jones, a defensive end, was well known for his strength and agility. He was an important part of the Dallas Cowboys defense from 1974 to 1989, while he was a player for them. He was selected for 3 Pro Bowls and twice made the first team All-Pro. Jones also competed on the 1978 Cowboys Super Bowl 12 winning squad. He left the NFL in 1989, but then came back in 1996 as a defensive end with the Memphis Mad Dogs of the Canadian Football League. Jones was inducted into the Cowboys Ring of Honor in 1994 and is regarded as one of the finest defensive players in NFL history. In 1999, he was also admitted to the Pro Football Hall of Fame. And that concludes our list of the top celebrities who played in the NFL. These individuals have proven that they're not only talented in their respective fields, but also on the football field. It's fascinating to see how many famous faces have had a background in sports, and it just goes to show that anything is possible with hard work and dedication. Thanks for watching, and if you enjoyed today's video, give it a thumbs up and share it with your friends. And don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more of such exciting content. See you in the next video.